scientific study of Vedas, creation of universe starting from Brahma, class 13. Today we are going through Newton's law of motion. We know Newton's law of motion is one of the basic science principles that is in modern science. As per Veda, there are three properties or gunas, and they are called Triguna. They are Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna. Out of these three, today we are going to see Newton's first law of motion and Sattva Guna, that is in Vedas, and we are comparing it with each other. As per Newton's first law of motion, every body continues to continue its state of rest or of motion unless it is acted upon by an external force. That means if a body is moving, it has a tendency to move continuously in that position, in that state, till an external force acts on it. If a body is at rest, there are two conditions, either motion or rest. If it is in motion, it has a tendency to continue in that motion state. If the body is at rest, it has the same tendency to remain in that state, that is at rest, till an external force is applied to it. If an external force is applied, then only it will change its state. That means if the body is at rest, to move it we should apply an external force. If the body is moving, we should apply an external force to keep it to rest or to increase its speed or anything like that. Now let us go to Vedas and see what Sattva Guna says. As per Veda, Sattva Guna is the characteristic of a thing. It is goodness. Sattva Guna means goodness, joy. Joy means it is satisfaction. So a body continue to remain in such a position where it gets goodness, joy, satisfaction, etc. It also says it is the balanced state. It is the balanced state of that. If it is a person, it is the balanced state of that person's mind. And it is in harmony with others, and it is peacefulness. So everything will remain in such a, try to remain in such a state which is stable. There are two stable conditions. One is to keep rest or to move at a uniform speed. There are two stages. So a body is in equilibrium or a peaceful condition. It will be either it will be at rest or it will be moving continuously at a fixed speed, a uniform speed. That is the stable state. We know at the time of rest, if the plane is at rest, we will not wear the belt. Or if the plane is running smoothly at a constant speed, we will not wear the belt. But when it is going to rise, then we are wearing the belt, because that state is not stable. At the same time, if the plane is going to land, we are wearing belt, because that is an unstable, not a peaceful state or a balanced state. So balanced state is, or a peaceful state is, goodness or satisfaction, joy, satisfaction, etc. is possible only when the plane is at rest or when it is moving at a constant speed. So this Sattva Guna also means such a position. That means it is the equilibrium position or stable position in which any object like to remain under the present situation. So what Newton's first law says is applicable here also in the Sattva Guna. Both are saying the same thing. Then Newton's first law says in such a situation, if the body is at rest, that is one stable position, or if it is moving at a constant speed, that also is an equilibrium or stable state. Stable means there is no change of speed or up and down in this speed. It is moving at a constant speed. In such a condition, there are two possibilities. One is stable state or moving in a constant speed. Other stages are unstable. Increasing speed without any uniformity, that system is unstable. So every object will try to remain in a stable state. It may be either at rest or maybe in a uniform motion. And then Newton's first law says that state can be changed. That state will remain as such until an external force is applied. If we apply a force on a body which is at rest, it will change its state. It may, if the force is enough, it will move. And if the body is moving or the plane is moving and you apply a force to reduce its speed, it will reduce its speed. If you apply a force to increase the speed, it will change it. So that state can be changed by applying a force. The same thing that we can see in Vedas also. Let us go to one of such suttas. One of such suttas. It is from Veda, Mandal 6, 7 and 12 of Sutta 17. Let us first see what it says.
ഋഗ്വേദം മണ്ഡലം 6 സൂക്തം 17 മന്ത്രങ്ങൾ 7-12. ഋഷി ഭരദ്വാജൻ, ദേവത ഇന്ദ്രൻ, ഛന്ദസ് തൃഷ്ടുപ്പ്, പങ്ക്തി ഉഷ്ണിക. പപ്രഥാ ക്ഷാമഹീം ദംസോവ്യുർവീം ഉപദ്യാമൃഷോ ബൃഹദിന്ദ്രസ്ഥഭായഃ അധാരയോ രോദസി ദേവപുത്രേ പ്രജ്ഞേ മാതരായുഹി ഋതസ്യാം ആക്ഷോഭദോ മഹീവൃതം നദീനാം പരിഷ്ഠിതം അസൃജ ഊർമിം അപാം താസാം അനുപ്രവത ഇന്ദ്രപന്ഥാം പ്രാദർദയോ നീജിർപസഃ സമുദ്രം.
It says Indra protects the planets moving around. These planets, including Earth, is moving around the Sun in special its own orbits. it is moving in that orbit in a stable state. That is an equilibrium state. That is an equilibrium position. Different forces are acting on the body and it becomes at equilibrium. That is SATHVA GUNA, and as per Newton's law, it is in motion at a particular speed, a uniform speed. And it says Indra is keeping that body in such a position. Indra is a driving force. So Indra is responsible, or Indra or the driving force is responsible for the continuous movement of the earth at a uniform speed around this sun. At the same time, it says it forces the water that was under the custody of Rudrasura. That means water was at rest at some place under the custody of Rudrasura, and Indra used his force to allow water to fall. That means that water is at rest under the custody of Rudrasura. But Indra applied his force that the water is at rest. By applying that force, Indra is the force or driving force. It attacked the Vritasura and allowed the water to fall. That means it changes state from rest to motion by the application of a force, which is here as per Veda, that force is Indra. That is the driving force. Now let us go through another sutta in Veda, Mandal 6, 13 of Sutta 17. Now let us see what it says.
ഋഗ്വേദം മണ്ഡലം 6 സൂക്തം 17-13. ഏവാതാ വിശ്വാ ചകൃവാംസം ഇന്ദ്രം മഹാമുഗ്രമജൂര്യം സഹോദാം സുവീരം ത്വാ സ്വായുധം സുവജ്രമാ ബ്രഹ്മ നവ്യമവസേ വൃത്യാത്.
It says Indran is the force which is responsible for all the activities that taking place in this universe. It is the driving force which is responsible for all the activities in this universe. That means if the body is at rest, if we want to change it from rest to motion, we should apply the force Indra. That is an external force as per Newton's first law. And if the body is at rest, on motion, we can increase its speed or reduce its speed to rest by applying this force, that is Indra. So Indra is the driving force. So an external force is required to change the position of a body. If it is at rest, it has a tendency to continue in that position, but by applying a force like Indra, it can be changed to in motion. If a body is in motion, it has a tendency to move, and you apply a force, say Indra will keep it at rest. So both these laws, Newton's first law of motion and SATHVA GUNA, are saying the same thing.